Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So we get to daven virtually. Well, you should be davening for real, but the connection will be somewhat virtual. To make sure that we have social distance or physical distance.
We'll take a step away from the camera.
We'll daven together tonight. There's a PDF available, but we're starting off of the PDF. So we'll begin with, what are we beginning with?
Just ma yafeh hayom, how beautiful today is, to take a moment to say that even in the hardest of times, the scariest, the most uncertain of times, there is beauty in every moment, in particular in Shabbat, when we get to spend it with people we love and spend some time with family, with God, together. So the words are, if this is new for you, ma yafeh hayom, how beautiful today is. And the second part is Shabbat Shalom, which means may you have a Shabbat of peace. So it goes like this.
I can do it.
Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. That's part one. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Part two. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. One more ma yafeh. Ma yafeh hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Bim 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 bam. Bim 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 bam. Chiri biri biri bim. Bam bim 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 bam. Bim 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom again. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat 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 Shalom.
The Shabbat Shalom medley. All right. You know, if you show up here, you know the drill. This is the point of the service where we pause, take a deep breath, act as if your concerns of the week have slipped away, which might not be possible given, well, you know, all this stuff. But we're still supposed to try for that on Shabbat. It's supposed to be a more peaceful time. If you are able, tune out of all the other things that might be on your computer this Shabbat and try and be in the moment. We get to begin. There's a PDF, hopefully, that we've linked to of the... no, well, that's introductory. Of the Siddur. We'll start on page 11 with Lechu Neranena.
Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Ladonai. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Ladonai. Naria, Naria, Litzur Yishenu, Nekadma Banav Litzoda. Naria, Naria, Litzur Yishenu, Apis Mirot Naria Lo. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Ladonai. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Ladonai.
pick up at the arrow on page 12.
40 שנה הכות בדור, ואמרם תוהה לבבהם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי באפי, אם יבואון אל מנוחתי.
Page 13.
שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני. כי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים, ואדוני שמיים עשה, הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו, הבו לאדוני משפחות עמים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, שאו מנחה ובואו לחצרותיו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש, חילו מפניו כל הארץ, אמרו בגויים אדוני מלך, אף תיכון תבל בל תימות, ידין עמים במישרים, ידין עמים במישרים. לי לי לי
Middle of page 14.
ישמחו השמיים,
השמיים,
ישמחו השמיים,
השמיים,
ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. ישמחו השמיים,
השמיים,
ישמחו השמיים,
השמיים,
ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. ירמיה,
hey,
ירמיה,
hey,
ירמיה, ומלאו, ירמיה,
hey,
ירמיה,
hey.
ירמיה, ומלאו, ישמחו השמיים,
השמיים,
ישמחו השמיים,
השמיים,
ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. יעלו שדי וכל אשר בא, אז ירננו כל הצייר, לפני אדוני קיבה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ועמים באמונתו.
And we get to flip forward to page 20 in the Siddur or the PDF, depending on how you're following along, or maybe not looking at anything, but just at us. Page 20, or Psalm 99.
בעמוד ענן ידבר עליהם, שמרו עדותיו וחוק נתן לעמו. אדוני אלוהינו אתה ניתם, אל נושא היית להם ונוקם על עלילותיו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו.
Page 21. If you're really participating, you rise for this one. I don't know if it's like doing that alone at home or with whoever you're with at home, but you can. That's recreating the experience. Page 21, Psalm 29.
So when I'm at home and I daven at home and I put on my talit and I have the tzitzit on the floor, it is prime opportunity for the cats to play with my talis. So,
Cats love tzitzit.
They
Tzitzit
do.
are definitely a cat fan.
They do. Mizmor leDavid, havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz, havu l'Adonai kevod shemo, yishtachavu l'Adonai b'hadrat kodesh, kol Adonai al hamayim, el hakavod hirim. Ad Adonai al mayim rabim, kol Adonai ba'koach, kol Adonai behadar, kol Adonai shover arazim, v'shaver Adonai et arzei halevanon, vayarkidem kemo egel, Lebanon v'Sirion, kemo vein re'emim. Kol Adonai chotev lavotesh, kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, kol Adonai yechalel hayalot, vayechesov ye'arot, uvehechalot, kulo omer kavod, Adonai, lama bu yashav vayeshev Adonai, melech leolam, Adonai yos, le'amo yiten Adonai yivarech et almo v'shalom. Lai la lai, lai 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 la lai, lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai.
When we do the yada dies, it means that I don't need words, I just need a decent internet connection. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, that's what
yeah,
I thought.
yeah, that's exactly what it means.
Yeah.
Music. I don't need words, I just need music. Don't tell Rabbi.
Page 23 for Lachadodi. This is when we get to welcome the Shabbat bride. We, because we're really pressed for time, we'll just do the first three and the last three verses, right? Because we're sticking to the Temple Shalom script, right?
For today, we might try something new. We'll see what happens before the end of the evening. What we'll do is, if you keep watching, you may be in for something a little different. You never know. Or you might not, but you won't know unless you keep watching.
Right. We'll check the comments after Shabbat.
Yeah, so I hope you're having some beautiful Shabbat wine, a beautiful challah.
Oh, yeah.
You're maybe sitting around in your PJs right now, maybe some hot chocolate, maybe something else. Just, I hope you're really enjoying Shabbat and taking some time for rest and healing. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmiyanu el hamichad. Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilcha kor avacha neirosh mikedem nisukha. Yalalai b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai yalalai b'nei Shabbat nekabela mikdash melech ir melucha umitzeim mitoch ha'avecha Rabbi shevet v'yemek halacha Shabbat nekabela. Turn your page. There you go. What's the next one? Oh, Behayu Shizah Shosai Berachatu Komelai Yasi Salai Elahai Imsos Katana Kala Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Yalala 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 B'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela yaminu smoti froti v'yet Adonai tariti al yadish ben parti v'nismecha v'nagila lecha dodi likrat kala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalala 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. We rise in body and spirit. Face your doorway, because Shabbat will come in through the door. That's how it works. And take a nice little bow to welcome Shabbat into your home. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'v'tzola toch emunei Amsigula Boi Chala Boi Chala Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Yalala 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 B'nei Shabbat nekabela Likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Now that Shabbat is in your home, welcome her. Give her a little of whatever you were drinking and eating. Give her a big hug. Actually, jazz hands. That's what the CDC suggests.
Yeah, hugs. Gotta be careful with Shabbos Amalka. We want to keep Shabbat Bride safe and healthy. Page 27 for the Psalm for Shabbat.
Okay. Yeah, la 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 la. My pick was in the wrong place. Here we go. Lie, la, la, lie, 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 lie. Lie, la, lie, 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 lie. La, la, lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Mizmor, shir. Shir liyom ha-Shabbat. Mizmor, shir. Shir liyom ha-Shabbat. Everyone is singing. Sing a song of Shabbat. Shabbat, mizmor, shir, shir liyom ha-Shabbat, mizmor, shir, shir liyom ha-Shabbat. Mizmor, shir liyom ha-Shabbat.
Psalm continues in the middle of, or on the middle of page 28.
Tzadikat amar yifrach ke'erez b'Lebanon yizkeh shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun b'seiva dishenim v'ra'ananim yiyu lehagid ki yashar Adonai Suri v'lavalata po.
Normally here, this is where we would do Mornis Kaddish, and we don't know if we have a minion out there in cyberspace, but we certainly don't here. But in one of my favorite parts of Siddur Shalom, there is a reading in place of Mornis Kaddish. That's in the far left margin on page 30, and it's worth reading that. You can even, where you are, join in. So in the far left margin on page 30, it says, Ribono shel olam, Elohei haruchot, L'chol basar, Master of the world, God of the spirit of all flesh. It is revealed and known before you that it is my fervent desire to praise your name and to remember and honor my beloved by reciting the Mornis Kaddish in the company of a minyan. May my presence today, virtually with my community, find favor in your eyes. May it be accepted and received before you as if I had prayed the Kaddish. May your name, Adonai, be elevated and sanctified everywhere on earth, and may peace reign everywhere. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Praise be the name of the one whose glorious sovereignty is forever and ever. We say together, Osei Shalom b'mamav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. when we're able to be all back together again, we'll say, if you have a yortzeit, and we'll say Kaddish again together. The idea of Kaddish, the words themselves aren't magical. It's really the power is in being present with others. So if you're unable to say those words tonight, don't fret. We'll someday soon, God willing, be back together, and we'll say Kaddish then. Let's see. During the break, is this ever gone long enough? We're supposed to Purell ourselves?
Probably.
This is sort of the order of the day. There we are.
Yeah.
Right. This is going to be locked up for Shabbat. Don't think that you can come here and you use up all of it. This has got to last us. By the way, can I show who our audience? So it's an otherwise empty room. So just so you know who's listening to all of this outside of you. Right, I feel this is the view that you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Let's see,
We do have a friend visiting us today.
So the chapel is otherwise empty.
Except that's Sandy.
It was only thrown off by my haze on the Shabbat Shalom. That was really the only thing that put us.
You probably should put it together. So this is my dog. This is Rabbi Cece's dog, Sandy. He is 5-year-old lab mixed with, we're not sure what. I think Crump. If you're into Harry Potter, he's part Crump. But he's in training to be a therapy dog. So he's really chill and loves to be petted and loves to hang out with people. And we thought that a little bit of someone who's an expert in crisis management was useful today at our shul.
Yeah. I think a good decision overall, and the fact that he's sitting through a service might make him a service animal, not in the formal sense of the term.
But,
not making any claims. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, he comes to Camp Zeke every summer too. So he loves kids. He loves the lake. He loves Shabbat. Shabbat's his favorite thing.
He's got a whole Tinder profile.
Looking for a nice young lab, if you know anyone. He actually has 2 girlfriends.
That Rabbeinu Gershom's Takana is supposed to limit that. Page 39 is where we're at. Look, so we're not a minute here with, so as you saw. So we're going to skip over the Baruch Hu. We're going to go right into the blessings before the Shema. This is on page 39a if you're following along in the Lav Shalom Siddur.
So here's a shout out to the younger students of Nitzanim. If you know the hand motions, this is your cue for roll into dark. I know, Rabbi Dan, are you up for doing that?
I can try. I don't know if I'm as good as the young students of Nitzanim.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Orayom balayla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, vechoshech mipnei or. We'll try again. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Uma'avir yom, ume'ivi laila, umavdil ben yom uven laila, Adonai tzivaot shemo. El Chai v'Kayam, Tamid Yimloch Aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch Ata Adonai, Hamari v'Aravim.
Amen. And page 40 for the second blessing, God's love.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael, Amecha Havta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadita. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, v'shochveinu v'kumeinu, nasiach bechukecha, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Page 41.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך ליד.
Third paragraph of the Shema, page 42 in the middle.
ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל, ואמרת עליהם, ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, וריתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם, ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We continue along page 43. This is the blessing after the Shema, blessing of Geulah, redemption. That blessing continues on page 44.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם ניי 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 ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Amen. And page 45.
ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
And if you're keeping score at home, if you're davening along at home, this is where we stand up for Vishamru. It's on page 46.
What was that?
That's right. We'll take that out.
We'll edit that out.
Production.
Yeah. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat לדורותם ומדורם. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat לדורותם ומדורם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ומדורם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את vayinaflash, Shabbat vayinaflash, Shabbat vayinaflash, V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat, la'asot et Shabbat l'dorotam v'li'olam. I got a little schmaltzy there.
That's okay.
It's okay.
I mean,
Okay.
look, you got to play to the non-crowd. We should pause for the schmaltz is the theme of the week. We should.
Schmaltz is the word that you heard on Monday when you came for the Purim spiel. This is why I don't write them. Randy writes them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll pause so that we can dive into the silent Amidah. I'm of the opinion that that a profound relationship with Judaism really involves a being able to daven silently and alone. So we will do that.
But the curious thing is we do that davening silently and alone or privately and alone in a group.
Right.
That there's something really beautiful about private space in a public setting, that we can all be comfortable enough to be in this deep private relationship with God with each other at the same time. Should we pause literally?
You should pause. Well, you should pause this because if you haven't figured it out, we're in the afternoon. That's why there's light behind us. This is being pre-recorded for Shabbat. This is a live recording of something that happened previously. So if you've got a Siddur...
Previously taped before a studio audience.
Right.
No, that's not it.
The studio audience is your dog. Is the Friday Night Amidah on page 47, and it goes through page 53. So pause and actually pray through it silently. That's part of it, and include your own prayers. It's not a real. Someone says it's not full unless you add your own thoughts. My guess is you have what to pray for that you can spontaneously come up with.
And if you're looking for inspiration, the three modes that our prayer involves are the wow moments, the hallelujah moments, these moments where you say to God, wow, there are beautiful things in this world. So think of something that makes you say wow. My favorite, the thank you, the attitude of gratitude, something that makes you say thank you. Whatever your impressions are, your beliefs are about God, use this moment to thank whatever force, whatever God you believe in, whatever goodness in the world that you want to direct your prayer to. Give them a moment of gratitude, an attitude of gratitude. And then the third one is where we ask for things. We say we refrain from petitioning on Shabbat, but we kind of cheat on that. And there's always a moment to say, if you are in conversation with the Holy One, that this is a moment for you to say, there's some things on my mind. I want to have a moment to speak to you about them and process them. It's a beautiful time to say, this is what I'm going to ask for in this world. More healing, more shleimut, more shalom, more peace and wholeness in this world. So I'll pause as well from giving you some suggestions so that you can have a moment to pray. I hope you paused and took some time to pause from your routine, take a few breaths, connect with the greater force of this world that makes us who we are. And as we come back together, like I said, this beautiful privilege we have of doing public prayer, but having private moments in public prayer, whatever each of our thoughts were in these last few moments and our prayers were in these last few moments, one thing that I believe we all pray for together and can always pray more for is this idea of shalom, of peace. And in the Hebrew, shalom comes from the root for fullness or wholeness or completeness. So when we say we want peace, when we say a Shabbat of peace, a Shabbat of shalom, we mean more than just the absence of strife or the absence of fighting or the absence of war. I am a big hippie and I definitely believe in peace, but this shalom is something bigger than that. It's this idea of completeness, that something is missing from our world, and we are wishing for and praying for and hoping for and wanting to share with others a sense of completeness, a sense of fullness, of wholeness, much like, the missing piece meets the big O, that we're all looking for our big O or our missing pieces. So I hope that everyone can find their missing piece, take some time on Shabbat to connect with others. I'm convinced that piece exists in community and relationship. And I hope you find yours. So we come together to pray for that peace. See, there's a pun there. Peace, Oseh Shalom, together. And this is the melody I've been teaching from Nava Tehillah, a group that meets in a sort of renewal-ish group that meets in Jerusalem. This was composed by Yoel Sykes, and it's just a really fun one. It starts slow and it gets a little faster. Oseh Shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. La 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 la, ya la 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 la. Shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru,
Lovely. We really don't do Vaya Hulu at this point, for lack of a minion, right? Or we could do, we don't do the full blessing after for lack of a minion. But we'll take a moment for at least a few words of Torah, I feel like is appropriate.
Vayedaber.
Vayedaber.
Vayomer.
Those are common words in Torah. Aharon pops up.
Mikdash.
Okay,
awesome.
Look, the same thing's on everyone's mind this week, which is a global pandemic that's keeping us far from each other. The moment that grabs me, there are a number of moments that grab me in Kitisa, and there's a lot of them that I feel like link into this moment. The most obvious one, though, the one that I'm not going to talk about, or at least not at length, is the beginning of the parsha, right? When it says that Aaron, that Aaron, the high priest, and his sons should wash their hands. And in that same little section, it says, that they should wash their hands and their feet. And because of that, they will not die. That's ritual. That's not hygienic. The key thing, though, is this is the parsha where the Israelites worship the golden calf, right? And the question always is, why is it that if they just got out of Egypt, they just saw the 10 plagues, they just were at Mount Sinai, they just heard the voice of God speaking to them sort of in this very direct way, why do they turn around a few minutes later and then say, a few days later, and then say that they're going to, that they're worshiping a calf and saying, this is your God, O Israel, who brought you out of Egypt, to the calf. So it's a strange thing, right? And that's chapter 30. It's chapter 32 in the book of Exodus, right? You can follow along in your Eitz Chaim Chumash, which you might have at home It's on page 529. It says, when the people, that when the people saw that Moshe was so long in coming down from the mountain, and then the people gathered against Aaron and said to him, come, make us a god who will go before us. For that man Moses, who brought us up from the land of Egypt, we do not know what has happened to him. Right? So it's that moment that they're not trying to do something wrong. They're not setting out to be like, oh, let's do something that's evil. They're not saying let's abandon the whole point of why we left Egypt. They are freaked out. They're in an unfamiliar situation. The leader who they had, who sort of was the one who seemed like he knew what was going on, has disappeared, and they don't know. They don't know what's happening. So they say, doesn't seem like he's coming back. We need a plan B. And Rashi comments on this, says that, well, here's the deal. Moses was up there for 40 days and 40 nights, and they knew that. They knew he was going to be up for 40 days and 40 nights. But they miscounted, like, when the day started. They thought that it was day 41, when really it was only day 39, or whatever it was, right? They'd miscounted by a day. So that's why they freaked out. And it seems that it's a lack of knowledge. It's having incorrect information. If only there was a term for incorrect information that we use in this society. But I can't think of any. So they had incorrect information, and because of that, they panicked. And because they panicked, they made bad decisions. Because they made bad decisions, they're going to end up, well, a lot of them are going to get zapped. But part of it is understanding that in the Torah's description, one, when they make panic decisions, it tends not to turn out well for them. They needed to be in a situation where they sort of stopped and thought about the situation, maybe gave it a little bit more time. They'd be able to figure things out. And two, what seems to be driving in addition to panic, their bad decision-making is sort of a lack of accurate information. These are things that we can easily understand. In our society, it's important to sort of vet through your different sources so that you can have accurate information, appropriate for those in authorities to give accurate information. And it's important to know that we shouldn't make panic decisions, even in high-stress situations. The Israelites are in a high-stress situation. They don't know what's coming next. It's understandable. And every life has these. We have to remember that in that, take a deep breath. We don't always have the luxury of a lot of time always, but we can take a deep breath, think about what we're doing, reset ourselves on course, remember what the point is so that we can make better decisions. That's part of what Shabbat is, and hopefully this Shabbat will function as that for all of us. I hope it does for me. Shabbat Shalom. We get to roll on. We would do Kiddush, but we don't have any Kiddush wine here, and if we did, we would have included Purell in it. We should roll right into Aleinu, yeah?
What page is it?
That's page 56.
56. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, la'teit gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, velo samanu kimishpechot adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד Emet Malkeinu Efesulato Kakatu B'Torato V'yadata Hayom V'hashevota Elevavecha Ki Adonai Hu HaElohim B'Shamayim Mimal V'Haaretz Mitachat Einod Alkeinu Kabbalat Shabbat Aleinu Meir. K'hakatuv b'toratecha Adonai yimlach li'olam va'ed v'nemar v'haya Adonai למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו We have a guard dog over here right now watching out the window, keeping the temple safe.
Yes, hugely important. We'll read this Shabbat at Temple Shalom, but we in particular remember Anne Brenda Berger, the sister of Linda Friedman, and Stephen Berg, husband of Anita Berg, Isidore Berger, father of Miriam Hollander, Arnold I. Binstock, father of Deborah Gaffney, Frederick Bloom, father of Ruth Corson, Ruth Evans, mother of Margot Manspizer and grandmother of Adam and Allison, Gertrude Fass, mother of Joe Fass, Mavis Fichtenbaum, stepmother of Susan Butensky, Irving Gavil, father of Gail Wachs, Meyer Gertzman, father of Arthur Gertzman, Libby Glinsman, mother of Manny Glinsman, Bunny Goldberg, mother-in-law of Bettina Goldberg, Seal Goldberg, aunt of Jane Winter, William Goldman, father of Michael Goldman, David Goldwasser, brother of Susie Zweig, Hannah Greenberg, mother of Norman Greenberg, Linda Jill Herman, sister of Andrea Katz, Saul Hoffman, grandfather of Lisa Priestler, Herman Jacobson, brother of Joshua Jacobson, Martin Yeager, husband of Sylvia Jaeger, Robert Killian, father of Nora Luftman, Max Lerman, father of Ruth Goodman, Edward Levine, father of Carol Levine, Bernard Lindenbaum, grandfather of Allison Klein, Erwin Menshoff, father of Paula Cassius, Donald Pantel, husband of Sarah Pantel, Gene Rock, father of David Rock, Annabelle Rosen, mother of Linda Glinsman, Stanley Salzman, father of Deborah Blumberg, Bert Struth, father of Nancy Bernstein, Leonard Weinglass, brother of Elaine Castro, Martin Wimmer, husband of Diana Wimmer, Jack Yarnold, father of Erna Rosenberg, Hannah Zarkauer, mother of Marlene Zarkauer. Also remember those who have recently passed, including Eleanor Adler, grandmother of Lori Lazovic, and Evelyn Topper, wife of Leo. We will say again on page 30 the prayer in place of Kaddish when a minyan is not present. That's on page 30. Together. Bono Shalom Elohei Elochot Kol Basar. Master of this world, God of the spirit of all flesh, it is revealed and known before you that it is my fervent desire to praise your name and to remember and honor my beloved by reciting the mourner's Kaddish in the company of a minyan. May my presence today find favor in your eyes and may be accepted and received before you as if I had prayed the Kaddish. May your name, Adonai, be elevated and sanctified everywhere on earth, and may peace reign everywhere. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Praise be the name of the one whose glorious sovereignty is forever and ever. We say, Say Shalom b'mamav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael, ve'imru. Amen. And Yishar Koach.
Yishar Koach to you.
Beautifully done.
You too.
We didn't know. I thought it would be weird, like playing through an empty room, and it was a bit, but I feel like it was nice.
I imagine the throngs who are going to watch this later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad we were able to do something to make people feel some sense of spirituality in a world where we feel a bit unmoored.
Wouldn't it be wild if we broke the internet on Shabbat?
That would be, I think that's what the sign of the Mashiach.
I believe that is among them.
I think that
is. So you know how we end things around here.
Oh yeah. We will keep our tradition. We may have changed things up a little, did a little bit more different tunes, some fun stuff to try out tonight. But this is a tradition from Sinai itself.
This is the Wheel of Tefillah. This is how we decide how we're going to end the service, so that the kids don't fight over whether we do Adon Olam or...
If you are not a regular attendee and you've stumbled upon us from some list of beautiful services being live streamed or pre-recorded for the... streamed. This is our thing. This is so that we can let the wheel decide, let the fates decide, let God decide what our ending song will be. So here we go. It changes up. We do still have a Purim song on here.
Yeah.
But we have, a few shout outs to our current situation with I Want to Hold Your Hand. And we have Rubber Ducky, which is a washing song.
Sure.
We could make this all the different 20-second hand washing songs for next week.
Yeah.
If we needed to. Yeah.
But I don't need any more Rick Astley stuff in my head.
Yes, I am quite guilty of singing those songs very loudly in the bathrooms at the temple. So, all right, who gets to do this? I think you.
Well, I got to.
I think we could ask Sandy.
Here goes the wheel of tefillah. She doesn't have opposable thumb.
He does not.
So exciting. What's it going to be?
I don't know, Almost lost the computer. Okay.
All right.
I don't know, Lam, page 211 in your Siddur Shalom. Oh, we're going to have to pick a tune.
I know. Is there a one? Is there a hand washing one?
I was just going to do the Rick Astley, but I won't do that to you.
Can you do Rick Astley?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Don't olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'et nasa b'chetzo kol azai melech shemo nikra. Okay, that was bad enough. Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'et nasa b'chetzo kol azai melech shemo nikra li'acharei Kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora vehu haya vehu hove vehu yihye betifara vehu echad v'yein sheni lehamshila lehachbira v'li reishit v'li tachlit v'lahaz v'hamisra vehu eli v'chai goali v'tzorchem li v'yetzara v'hu nisi umanos li unat kosi b'yom ekra b'yado avkid ruchi v'yeti shan v'yahira v'im ruchi geviyati Adonai li v'lo ira.
All right, this is done. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. When you close your Siddur, be sure not to kiss it. You can, again, blow a kiss to it, but you don't want to actually, it's a whole hands-to-face thing that a lot of us are struggling with.
Yeah. Wish you all a beautiful Shabbat of peace, and we'll see you soon.
Shabbat Shalom. If you made it this far, I, for one, am impressed, and I half expect this not to have properly recorded.
I know, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.